Liam, the draw, first of all, Switzerland, Denmark, Georgia, Gibraltar. We've avoided all the European superpowers. We could have ended up, for example, like Northern Ireland with Germany and the Netherlands, France, all those teams. England, we avoided. It's doable, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so. I have said to you before, 24 teams are going to qualify from 50 odd. So that would give you a good chance anyway.
Yeah.
And I think with Mick McCarthy's appointment and the improvement that I think will be shown to the team, then I think we can separate either one of the two, Switzerland or Denmark. They're both decent teams. They're both consistent performers, usually qualifiers, Eamon. They're well organised, both teams. They're hard to beat, but certainly a good draw compared to what it could have been, might have been. And there's no certain group winner in the group, is there?
No, there isn't. And I should point out to our listeners that the top two in the group qualify automatically, John. And I'm told by one of my sources that even if we don't finish in the top two, we can, as a host nation, get into a playoff, a one-off game away from home. So that's another route. We'll have to confirm that. But on the face of it, we played Denmark, John, 5 times in recent years. We drawn 4, and there was that hammering we got at the Aviva. But it's not impossible, is it?
No, Eamon, no. Like, if we get it going, we've played against these teams before, Switzerland and the likes of Denmark, and that and come out okay. We're not playing, as you said, in one of what was regarded as the top team, whether it be Germany or the Netherlands now. We've avoided them. So it gives us a good chance. If we get our act together, that's the main thing, I think Liam said there. We've got to get our act together and play as well as we can. If we play as well as we can, we've got a good chance against any of those teams.
Yeah, that's the point, Liam, in a way, when you're in a group like that. The first thing is to get your act together yourselves. To have the right team picked, to have a morale in the camp right, and to give yourself the best possible chance to work on your set pieces. And that's really if you do that in international football, given all the tournaments we've seen and the Irish sort of attitude, which is always very good, you give yourself a serious chance, don't you?
Yeah, it can make all the difference. Those things to do with set pieces, for and against, make sure they're right, make sure we're organised in that respect. And I think it's the confidence of the team that I'd like to see restored. We're one of the better teams without the ball because we work so hard for one another. And it was only really in that Denmark game that we were exposed. I know in the Nations League game against Wales, we were all over the place. But we got beat 4-1, but we're trying a new formation. I don't think the players were happy where they were playing. So it's restoring that confidence for me to be actually better on the ball and more confident on the ball and take more responsibility on the ball. And I think under Mick, he'll encourage that because he has done before and he's done it at club level as well. So, if we can improve in those two respects, set pieces and our confidence, with the spirit we have in the squad. And there's also, I don't know whether you watched on Saturday, Eamon. I watched Southampton.
Yeah, very much. I was just going to raise it. Oh, Bafemi.
I thought he played really well, and he could be a find for us in as much as that he's mobile, he's fast, he looks confident. I know I'm only judging him on maybe an hour's football that I watched that he had to go off at about half an hour to go, but I was impressed, and he's a bonus. And so, all those things coming together, I think gives us a good chance to qualify without doubt.
Yeah, John, Obafemi, we saw the match, both of us were watching it. He's only 18, but he's quick. Yeah. He's quick and he's confident. And Mark Hughes wouldn't have him in the team against Manchester United unless he'd seen something. And it's a really important addition to our squad because that's where we've really lacked a goal and also Shane Long apart, no pace.
Yeah. No, he looked very, very promising, Eamon. I think he was a bit tired towards the end, and quite rightly, Mark Hughes took him off. But he was a game lad. He had a go, and he looked confident enough. Quick. He looks quick. Very, very young. So he's a good prospect for us. We don't want to be expecting too much from him, Eamon, as a young lad coming into it. But certainly promising, and looks good for the future for us.
Yeah, and we start Group D with an away match to Gibraltar. So presumably we'll be top of the table after the first round of games. Now,
well, we've got two good games to get on with, Eamon, haven't we? You know,
yeah.
and they're not that difficult. So Mick can kind of bed in his ideas in those two games.
Yep.
Obviously, the Georgia one will be more difficult than Gibraltar. But, you know, even that went for us in the draw yesterday. It came out Azerbaijan, and they were another host nation, so we couldn't have the difficulty getting all the way there. So it looks like we'll have a trip down to the Algarve, have a few games of golf and beat Gibraltar down there, you know, to get off to a winning start. And that's good for Mick, because he can bed in his ideas without having maybe the pressure of playing Switzerland or Denmark to begin with.
Yeah, exactly. And of course, it's a very relevant fact that the first game is in March. We don't have a friendly before then, so Mick will be going in, and his first game is going to be a competitive game.